Come on into the library. It's a place where I love to be. Look in a book, here's a story for you. Who makes stories when the day is through? Who makes stories when the day is through? Story makers, working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun. Milton Wordsworth,
Shelley and Jackson,
working through the night till the rising sun. Story makers, stories are fabulous, stories are fun. Come and be a story maker. Story makers. Story makers.
It's midnight. Hello.
has everybody gone?
Welcome, one and all. Milton Wordsworth, story maker and magical maestro, at your service.
Jackson, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm looking for clues.
What sort of clues?
Well, actually, I have found some strange prints on the floor, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
You said bottom.
No, I meant I wanted to find where the prints came from. Look, I've traced one of them.
Oh, it looks like an animal's footprint to me.
Yes, but what sort of animal?
Let's find some books and have a look. It's not an elephant's footprint. It's too small.
And it's not a bird's footprint. It's too big.
And it's not a pig's footprint.
Or a cow's.
I know. Why don't we put your tracing into the story machine, and then maybe it will tell us a story about what kind of animal it is.
Okay, but afterwards I want to look for some more clues. Put it in the hole.
Now we need your help to get the machine going.
Imagine a story. What story is it going to be?
I think it will be...
It's a playbook. Woo! Oh, it's Anya's dog show.
Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to Anya and Laura's dog show. All the dogs lined up. That's good, well done. Stop snapping, Fetch. Stop sniffing, Tom. It's great to see so many of you. Would you like to show us what you can do? Roll over, Rufus. That's a good dog. You've earned yourself a doggy choc. Wake up, Duchess. There's no time for sleeping. Spotty, what is that you're eating? Drop, you slobbery mutt. That's a clever pup. Oh dear, your lead is tangled up. Lie down, Luke. That's good now. Stay. Oh no, he's running away. Hey, can you smell something fishy? That's a funny-looking dog. No, it's not. It's a kitty. Tom, stop sniffing Fetch's bottom like that. And Fetch, there's no need to snarl, old chap. Come on, everyone. It's rosette time. So come on, doggies, stand in line. Here's yours, Duchess, for the sleepiest dog. And yours, Diamond, for tying the best knots. Tom's is for the dog with the sniffiest nose. And Kitty's is for the sneakiest cat, I suppose. Rufus has his rosette for rolling over. A green one for Fetch's growl, and one for Spotty for being a good old pal. Luke has one for his very fast run. But hold on, I think we've forgotten someone. Here's one for Laura for being such a help. And one for Anya for being so sweet. That's it, folks. The end of the show. The dogs have worked very hard, as you know.
Oh, so it was a paw print from a dog. It must have come into the library with one of the children.
I heard you were searching, and look what I found. From the looks of this bone, your print was a hound.
No. It was a dog.
Dog, hound, it's all the same thing.
Milton, why are you dressed as a detective?
Ah, yes, I'm glad you noticed. I thought I'd better look the part. Swell, huh?
Milton, can we use the bone to make a story, please?
Sumptuous idea, my little sunbeam. OK, let's use our imaginations. You too. Imagine a story. Ah, it's a Kevin the Spaceman story.
Yay! It's called Woof.
Kevin and Spanner in space to explore, seeking out planets never heard of before.
As soon as they landed on the new planet, Spanner smelled dog. He set off at speed with his nose to the ground, barking excitedly. "Don't be silly, Spanner," said Kevin. "There aren't any dogs in space." Kevin, meanwhile, had found some interesting-looking footprints. He wondered what had made them. An animal of some kind? Perhaps Spanner was right. "Ruff," barked Spanner hungrily. He had dug up a huge bone, and it was absolutely delicious. Suddenly, the ground started to shake. "Oh, I think we're having an earthquake," said Kevin. Spanner carried on nibbling. He'd never eaten a purple bone before, and it tasted like blackcurrants. Then the shaking stopped. "Spanner," whispered Kevin, "look!" Something huge, shaggy and purple was standing behind Spanner. Spanner looked round in surprise. All he could see was a huge black sniffing nose. It seemed to belong to some sort of huge purple dog. The huge purple dog growled. "Are you a dog, sir?" whimpered Spanner. "Yes, I am a dog, sir," boomed the giant purple creature. "Cerberus is the name, and that's my bone you're eating." "I'm terribly sorry, Cerberus," panted Spanner. I didn't know it was yours. I just found it." "Well, you can just bury it again," growled the giant dog. "It's not ripe yet." "Go on, Spanner," muttered Kevin. "Do as you're told." Spanner quickly pushed the bone back into the hole. "I'm afraid Spanner's rather partial to bones," said Kevin. "So am I," boomed the dog. "It's a dog thing, bones." Cerberus opened his mouth and started to bark really loudly. Suddenly they heard more barking, and a smaller yellow dog bounded towards them. "Pleased to meet you," said Kevin. "Pluto, find this space dog a ripe bone, will you?" boomed Cerberus. The yellow dog began digging furiously and pulled a very large yellow bone out of Spanner's hole. "Just right," he said, smacking his lips, and he gave it to Spanner. "Thank you, Pluto," said Spanner. Spanner nibbled the end. This one tasted of ripe bananas. "It's time to go, Spanner," said Kevin. "Come on." Spanner groaned, but dragged the bone off after Kevin. "Come again," barked Cerberus. "Bring us one of your bones next time."
Those doggies were strange colours, weren't they?
Indeed they were. Now, what else can we look for? I'm rather enjoying this detective outfit.
Well, we found doggy paw prints and a bone.
I'd say we have all the evidence we need to prove that a dog was in here.
Why don't you put your magnifying glass in the story machine?
But I've grown rather attached to it.
Oh, you don't need a magnifying glass to detect things, Milton.
No, I found a paw print without wearing a silly costume.
Oh, I suppose. Okay, then. Right, in it goes. Now, all we need is our special ingredient. Yes, imagination. Ready? Imagine a story. It's a blue cow story. It's called Blue Cow and the Detective.
In a field not far away is a herd of cows grazing quietly. One of the cows is most unusual. Blue Cow wonders about the big world beyond her field. One day, Blue Cow was looking at the leaves on the trees. I wonder what happens to the leaves when they fall off the trees. She's off again, said the other cows. So Blue Cow caught the bus that stops beside her field. I'd like a return ticket to a place where all the leaves go to, please. There you are, madam. Hold very tight. And they set off for a forest. And then they arrived. When Blue Cow got off the bus, she could hardly believe her eyes. In front of her, there was a fox wearing a raincoat, dark glasses, and a trilby hat. Shh, you ain't seen me, right? He said as he darted behind a tree. Yes, I have. I'm Blue Cow. What are you doing? I'm Fox Muddler, the great detective. Now that you've seen me, you might as well join me. I'm on the trail of missing leaves. Rustle, rustle, went a bush. Quick, hide, said Fox. A squirrel wearing pink pyjamas hopped past holding a leaf in its mouth. Rustle, rustle. A tortoise ambled by. He too had a leaf, and he was wearing a nightcap. Wait! Here's a clue, said Blue Cow. She picked up a leaf, and it had something written on it. It said, "You are invited to Billy Badger's pyjama party." Blue Cow peeped out from behind the tree. A mouse wearing pyjamas sped by. Follow that mouse, said Blue Cow, and they ran after the mouse. Suddenly, they were in a clearing. There were lots of other animals wearing their pyjamas too, all putting thousands of leaves in a big pile. Hello, I'm Billy. Have you come to sleep too? Said Billy the Badger. Why? Asked Blue Cow. We sleep through the winter and use the leaves to make our beds. We call it hibernation, said Billy. Oh, no, thank you. We just wanted to know where all the leaves had gone, said Blue Cow. Thanks for helping me solve the mystery, Blue Cow, said Fox. Good night, Billy. See you next spring.
Case solved. What a clever cow helping out like that.
So all the animals were going to sleep. Do dogs hibernate?
No, they don't need to. Dogs are always asleep anyway.
Well, it's time for us to hibernate. The children will be here soon to read our stories.
Oh, yes.
The dawn is upon us. The morning is nigh. We've made our stories, and we bid you goodbye.
Thanks for helping.
Bye, story makers.
See you again soon.